Hello, welcome once again back to my channel. I'm Uche the psychologist. Your child is different. As an educational psychologist, I have come across different kinds of children. And we as parents, we really want our children to be the best. We want them to we are in as if we are in a competitive race. We want them to be better than this person. We want them to be first. We want them to be best. We want them to be wonderful. And we use some yardstick. What the yardstick we usually use, which is a mistake, is another child. Because this child is performing this way, your child should perform this way and should perform better. So when this child gets an or 100% mark in mathematics and your child gets a 70 or 60, you are angry and you're like, why did you score this low? The other person, how many heads does he have? Yeah, I'm guilty. We are all guilty. Of course, we want to push them to be the best. But today, I want to let us know that every child is different. Even twins are different, let alone from different parents. And since if your child is different, you have to train him differently. And I speak this just not to us generally, but specifically to parents with children with disabilities or with some disorders. And it's a challenge because our schools, the schools we have here, are mainly mainstream schools, and we do not cater to the different needs of these children. We just want them to also pass at the same level others are passing. We set the same exam for them with the same timing, with the same failure or passing rate, with the same everything. So a child that has dyslexia and you are setting for her the same question with the same timing with a child that is normal in reading, how does that work? Of course, the dyslexic child will fail, and when she fails, you think that she is so dumb and she has to repeat class. But if we put these systems in our school and recognize that this child is slow in reading, so she should be given more time to answer the question, we will see her excelling. So it's a shout out to you as a parent. You have to recognize the fact that your child is different. But we fail at that because we are already comparing her to the next child. And because of that, we flog them, we shout at them, we bring down their self-esteem because they are not doing well. Because we have not recognized the fact that this child might be struggling in this area, we do not make our claim to the school and tell the school that this child is struggling in this area, you have to accommodate her in this area. But we don't do that. We just think that they are all dumb. Okay, so that's the mistake number one from us parents. We have to recognize that this child is different and then make a case for her in the school, in the society, so that she will be accommodated to rise to her potential. So once you recognize that your child is struggling in this area, the second thing is to give her the adequate support. You, the parent, is the first champion of your child. You are the first one that will go and say, excuse me, miss, excuse me, headmistress, my child is struggling in this area. Do you have accommodations for her? Do you have accommodations that will help her to survive? I don't want her to go down. I don't want her to lose her self-esteem and lose all that she can do in other areas. So when you make that case for your child and the school accepts, you now see that your child will be trained accordingly. She will have her self-esteem back. She will become independent. She will become proud of herself and strive to excel even with her disability. So recognize that your child is different and train her differently. If you get to a school that doesn't recognize the uniqueness of your child, please find another school that will recognize her uniqueness. I don't believe in repeating class, repeating class, repeating class. If you find your child is struggling, I know that your child is not dumb, but maybe he's struggling in a particular area, please go to the hospital, meet a psychologist, meet an educational expert that can direct you further and help you to find a special school or find another way to go about helping your child to succeed. Please train your child accordingly and you'll see her shine and be all that God wants her to be. You, the parents, go ahead and fight for your child.